Hello and welcome. My name is Justin.
And I'm Draven.
And you have tuned into the GreyVillain podcast. So, Draven, I checked the account. What happened to all the money?
I could go to Cabo.
What?
I'm beyond you now, Justin.
Oh, no! What? Hey, come back! What the fuck? No! I'm left here all by myself. Shit. Damn it.
I'm back, Justin.
Oh, fuck you! Ah! So, answer the damn question. Where's my money at?
There's $100,000 on the keypad.
Oh, sweet. That's
Today
more than I had before. No.
Today we watched The Good Liar.
And it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty okay. I enjoyed it, mainly because I enjoyed the two main stars very much, and I loved their acting.
Who are the main stars?
Ian McKellen and Mirren Keller?
Helen Mirren.
Fuck.
Wow, man. Mirren Keller.
I couldn't fucking remember. I knew it had something to do with Germany, and then Keller came into my head, and I was like,
Helen Keller.
Yeah.
So... You're terrible, man.
I'm sorry.
What is this movie about?
This movie is a love story. It's a romance movie told across the ages. Two star-crossed... Okay, not really.
No, it's about two old people on a dating website.
Yeah, actually.
They hunt and peck for those keys, and you spend an hour and a half watching them try to type out sentences.
It's a pretty good movie. It's fascinating. The backing track for it is pretty good. The cinematography is really creative because instead of doing like a top-down shot, you're just actually watching from the keyboard's perspective as you're getting touched. And the letters.
They're being
symbols.
Violated.
Yeah,
because old people, like...
This isn't the Catholic Church, Justin.
Oh, God. Ian McKellen, the hands are so soft.
Ugh. Old Gandalf hands.
It's Magneto.
I like how this instantly turned into just talking about Gandalf and Magneto. We lasted less than 5 minutes, Justin.
Yeah, well, you know, when old people on dating sites lying about who they are, I mean, even old people can't keep it straight. That's what's a good liar, right? They're just taking their cues from the younger generation, saying, this shit's awesome, and then they accidentally click on the banner and it takes them to a porn site. That was weird. That was a weird part of the movie.
I was watching the movie, but to be honest, my soul left my body in that instant because I was watching Ian McKellen look at porn and I did not feel comfortable. I felt uncomfortable on a generational level.
Yeah. Oh, God. He's not a smoker.
No, he's not a smoker or a drinker, apparently.
But damn, these motherfuckers get drunk.
Yeah, so many times. This movie is like a walking booze commercial. I think there's a drink in almost like every scene.
They go to a strip club. There's titties.
There is titties.
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers, titties.
They
should do that for
they
should do that for every movie.
They
Spoilers, there's not titties in this movie.
They should have had more scenes at the club. I'm just saying.
Of course you would, Justin.
Yeah.
For a white single male demographic.
Mm-hmm.
Justin is our spokesperson.
Yep. I'm perfect for this.
Yeah.
Single, white, male.
Receding hairline, still works.
I mean...
We went two opposite routes. We took very different roads there, bro.
I know.
We looked at each other and nodded before we said it, too, so we both had an idea. And no. No.
Got a webcam for chat roulette now. It's
great.
Oh,
okay, we're done. I don't need to know what you do on Omegle. No,
I had an interview, so I had to do a
You had the interview?
Well, yeah, it was a video interview thing, and so I had to buy the cam thing for it. It's a little cheap ass one, but
you didn't tell me you got the interview.
Well, it was part of I think they did it for a lot of people, but I don't know.
Still, congratulations.
Yeah. So I had to dress up nice from the waist up.
Yeah, from the waist up. From the waist down, you could be pantless.
I was. Don't worry.
I'm in my own house. You think I wear pants?
Yeah, shit. Come on.
Stands up to step away for a second, just in your boxers. The elastics are out too.
Oh man,
Not even good ones.
so The Good Liar is good fun. Yeah, it's about old people, and well, yeah, doing the same con that we all do on a dating website.
Yeah, pretty much. Lie about little details, just kind of get your foot in the door and then slowly open up over time.
Mm-hmm.
Except from the get-go of this movie... Are we going to jump into spoilers at this point, Justin?
Well, I don't know. What is there anything else that we don't want to spoil yet?
Not really. This movie...
It's pretty good.
This movie is really a narrative movie.
Yeah, it's not a mystery.
It's not a mystery. It's not something where you're going to go in and solve it. It's literally you're being taken along for this ride, and it's a story being told to you.
Which, yeah, I kind of have to say I was disappointed by that part. I mean, I had an idea of what was going to happen in the movie, and then it happened exactly as I thought it would.
But with extra backstory.
Yeah, but with a lot more backstory that they just kind of dump on you, and you're just like, oh, damn it. Mm-hmm. But it was fine. The acting was good. I mean, it's Ian McKellen, Helen Keller, Helen Mirren, and they're fantastic. And the third guy there, he's fine. I don't know his name. He's white guy. He's fine. He was good.
Jim Carter?
I don't know.
Or Jack Carter?
I didn't pay attention to the credits.
And you didn't even pull up IMDb. How unprofessional. I
know. I'm a hack. IMDb, Good Liar.
While he's looking this up, the movie itself is...
Oh, my internet's being
an hour and 50 minutes long, and it's pretty decently paced. I mean, you get moved along pretty quickly. It's a lot of character interaction. It's a lot of going to different scenes and just kind of listening to conversations, picking out visual cues. It's a pretty interesting movie to watch, but like with most movies over audio, it is a lot harder to get it across in words. Very early on, you kind of have a feeling that Ian McKellen is playing kind of a dickbag of a character because... Oh, I was wrong with Jim Carter. He plays a different character.
Yeah, it's Russell Tovey. Jim Carter's eyebrow man.
Oh, no, that was who I was talking about. I was thinking of Vincent.
Oh, okay. No, I was talking about the kid. Russell Tovey, the kid.
He was pretty good, too.
Yeah, Jim Carter was fine. He's got super eyebrows.
He does. He has eyebrows that just makes anybody swoon. He could sell bottled eyebrow musk. Ladies in their 60s love it.
Do you think he feathers them out on purpose?
Oh, hell yeah. He has wax and everything.
Yeah, he's
has to.
They're kind of villainous in a way.
Gray? Villainous?
Yeah. His hair's gray. His eyebrows were not gray. But yeah, I wish so if we had eyebrows like that, we'd be more into the villainy and stuff, right? Super villainous eyebrows. Yeah. All right. We're getting into spoilers.
We need to pause.
It's a good movie.
This recording's gone so bad.
It's a fine movie. What score would you give to it? At this point, what
this recording 0? Oh,
yeah, probably.
No, this movie I'd probably give it a 5. It was a good story, but that's all it really was. It was a story. It wasn't anything new. Wasn't very inventive. Didn't do anything over the top. It didn't shock me all that much. The movie has a pretty clear plot and synopsis once you get the first few scenes in.
Yeah.
You're pretty secure in knowing what's going to happen at the end.
Yeah.
Things are almost a little too obvious at parts. Other parts, they feel a little bit too obscure. So, hit or miss, These movies pretty much always come out that way, though.
All right. Yeah, I'd give it a 5, too. I mean, it's nothing special. I was really hoping for more, actually. But I was kind of disappointed with it just because it really wasn't great. I mean, the acting was good, but it's like, it's
fair.
Fine. It's boring. It's like wine and cheese.
Which they had 3 times during this movie.
These people love wine and cheese, I swear.
What else
They're
do
just
old
getting
people
drunk.
eat other than wine and cheese?
And some crackers. Or what do they call them? Biscuits?
You mean wafer? Oh.
Oh, fucking bug! Did I get it? I don't know.
And the cops just came in. He's wearing a wire.
That's great.
That was probably the best part of like the first half of the movie.
Yeah.
He's wearing a wire.
He's like, yeah, let me give you a hug.
It's like, no fucking Russian dude is walking up to you and giving you a hug. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, because, I mean, she's got to know that he just got...
He didn't even get hugged by his own mother.
This is spoiler territory. We've crossed the Rubicon. We are now in spoiler territory. Yeah. So, right?
Yeah.
Because, Russians and everything. So, yeah, the old people are on a dating website. And they hook up, and they're like, hey, I liked your photo, and you're like, hey, I like your photo. And so then they go and meet at the diner, and then they're like, hey, that's not really my name. And she's like, it's not really my name either. And they're like, okay. So it's like, I don't like liars.
By the way,
like,
the honesty ploy that he used in the beginning is what every 12-year-old did when they were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love honesty and I hate lying. Every 12-year-old kid fucking did that to get away with lying.
Yeah, fuck you little shit. We know better than that.
We all did that.
We're all, I mean, these people are 70 years old. You're like, oh, he's so wonderful.
There's an age graph where it eventually becomes cute to start doing it again once you hit 70.
I guess, yeah.
Being on drugs stops being funny once you hit about 6, and then gets funnier once you hit 60.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps going up.
Mm-hmm. So, for some reason they set this back in 2009.
Yeah, it felt weird having this set in 2009 of all places. 10 years ago? Why? What's the point? Like,
maybe to put the ages a little bit more right.
Okay.
Because otherwise they'd be like 100 years old.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's true.
And that's
Not
the
to
only
mention,
thing.
I think we're down to like 5 certified World War II vets still alive in the world today. We're down to an extraordinary low amount of them.
Yeah, the people that fought in like the actual good wars that were forced stuff. So
the golden generation.
The
ones who fought.
We appreciate your service. We appreciate all the people that are told to like go die and stuff. But
yeah, we appreciate what you guys did. You guys just had much less of a honorable end to it, unfortunately.
Yeah. So let's see. They go on a date.
It goes well.
She calls. So then he immediately goes to the club to scam some other guys.
Yes.
Which
you gotta keep your money coming.
Yeah, it was the most obvious scam ever.
Yes.
Like, hey, yeah, we'll all put it, we don't have any names here, we'll all put in 50 grand, and then we'll get these other guys to put in even more money because they're Russians and stupid and they want to come over, but they have all this cash, but they want to make a quick buck. And it's like, oh my god, dude. No names, and I'm going to give you money, and
next year and tell me one of those a Nubian prince.
Yeah. Seriously.
I get we're old, but bro, that's cliche for me.
Yeah. And then they go to the cinema and watch Inglourious Bastards for their second date. Which was kind of weird. I'm watching it, I'm like, I've seen this before.
Yep. How are you doing, sauerkraut?
Yeah. Which actually is, I guess, a hint for... I mean, it's a little bit of a hint. Meaning that we're in spoilers, I don't care. One of the things that I hated about this movie was that they... At the very end... I'm skipping to the very end. I'm going to skip ahead around here.
That's fine.
One of the things that is, at the end, they're like, oh, hey, do you remember me? I'm Lily, the girl, and then they drop that on to you. There's no hints throughout the entire movie.
Well, there's hints in hindsight is the issue. And like, you can't do those, can't get it, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, like, they kind of want you to, or I don't know, I kind of want this to be a mystery. Mm-hmm. And it turns out it's not a mystery at all, because you see the scam. Okay, he's, Ian McKellen's scamming folks. Roy is his name, and he's scamming folks. And then halfway, and like he meets up with Helen Mirren's character, Betty, and you're like, Betty, you are far too smart for this. It's so obvious.
And there were so many things that she did throughout the movie that were obviously to hint to us that something isn't quite right. I mean, but it just felt too on the nose in a lot of cases.
Roy should have been tipped off that this is far too easy. Yeah. If he's been scamming people his whole life.
Since he was like 18, from what we understand. Yeah,
for a good long time, he's been scamming people. He should have been like, whoa.
He should have been like, nah, fuck this. We're dropping out now, Vincent.
This is a honeypot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so obvious.
It's too easy. And
he should have bailed, but, you know.
He doesn't. He gets invested. Part of me wonders if the reason is he actually did start falling in love with her, and the other part of me like, yeah, but that's just as dumb. It doesn't make it any better if he had been falling in love with her. It's still just as dumb of a story hook.
But he didn't, he bailed. He was going to bail. And then he came back. He came back because he had to.
Because he needed the pad. And it's just like, he tried playing it off as if, oh, I still love you. And it's like, even if that was the story here, that's still dumb. And you don't still love her.
And she never loved you. Did you notice that everything's missing? She was playing you from the beginning, bro. Like, figure it out. Holy shit.
The blinders were on real hard.
Yeah,
May have been that entire bottle of rum he downed back at the apartment.
Yeah. I couldn't, no. That's a lot of alcohol. I drink it all. I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All out of rum. It's a sad day. Gotta go buy some. Bryn. Bryn was part of the previous group, the scam at the club.
Actually, I'm going to rescind how I described this movie.
Wait, what?
I actually really hate this movie now that I think about it.
Why?
All the interesting parts of this movie are over so quick.
Yeah.
Bryn, the only one who had like an actual drive during the scam.
Yeah.
That's taken care of really easily.
Yeah, the black guy part of this, the black guy in the scam, he was such a
just kind of shows up later
at the end, and he's like, "Hey, give me my money back."
The guy in the silver car.
The
answer for that was so dumb. Yeah. Now that I actually think about this, God, this movie sucked.
Do you think at the end they needed the
No.
When I heard partner, I'm like, business partner.
That's not where I went, but
that's what I was hoping. Business partner.
Fair enough.
And then they made it more clear with...
They didn't need that last scene at all.
No,
I actually really disliked it, because there was no reason. We didn't need to feel any sympathy for her.
She should have just walked away and end the movie there.
We should have heard him getting beaten up, and that should have been it.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, too bad. Ian McKellen got the shit kicked out of him by the guys he scammed, and the guys and the Russian guy he fucked over.
I'm not even sure he was Russian.
He's just a big dude that...
I
have a burly accent. And like, I am Russian now.
Bolshevik.
Yeah. And
the bourgeoisie. Other Russian words.
And I don't know. And then somehow she contacted those guys. I don't know how she did that. I guess she was watching or something.
Well,
she talked to Vincent. Vincent gave up the goods on everything. So
also, Vincent trying to tip him off pissed me off too. Vincent would have done that. He would have. I feel like he would have tried harder at least.
That wasn't really a tip off. It was like, do you want to leave or something?
It was trying to be merciful, but it's like, nah, dude, just.
and he's like, nah, take everything. And then he actually goes all in with all of his own money too. Of which, apparently, he had more. Ian McKellen had more than Helen Mirren here.
I don't get it.
His
entire scam makes next to no sense. Because if he actually had that much, which they're insinuating he did...
3.5
million.
3.5 million pounds.
That's a lot of fucking money for a 70-year-old man to have.
And he's like, oh man, I need to steal another 2.7 from this lady.
Bro, you're already living better than literally everybody else in your neighborhood. Just take it.
Yeah.
Go somewhere.
Yeah.
You're already dead to the world. You died back in World War II. You're good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just... It was well acted.
I guess Vincent says it's for the thrill, not the money.
Yeah, he does say it's for... it's
for the adrenaline, the rush.
It's about the game. And yeah, it is about the game for him. And so that's fine.
So I guess the money part isn't so much an issue anymore, which is good, because that's a pretty big issue.
but I don't.
Doesn't salvage the rest of it very much.
Yeah.
Also, how is this dude in his 70s still moving as spry as he is? After being through a war, and probably more.
Pilates.
Ah.
I hear it's really good. Or
Pilates
one of those
and
like
smoking. The 50s really give us good advice.
or it's like being in the swimming pool aerobics that old people do. There's swimming pool aerobics.
Hey man, I like swimming pool aerobics. They're good for your joints.
Yeah. See? Old people do
Physical therapy, man.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
So
my little floaties. my little boot floaty.
You would have little floaties on.
I had a broken leg. I had to. I couldn't do it any other way.
Let's see. Yeah, she's having minor strokes, and she's like, it's fine.
Yeah, the minute they said minor strokes, I knew the doctor was fucking fake. Because there's also no doctors that do house calls anymore. It's
England, but yeah, in England. I mean,
in England, actually, it might be in England, but in America, it's not allowed. You can only send nurses out. You can't have a doctor because they have to within their practice.
Yeah, but old people don't know better.
This is true.
But
the fucking mini stroke excuse.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of mini strokes.
Like, no, that's not something you can just go, it's fine.
Walk it off.
No person just goes, mini strokes are fine.
I was hoping Roy's name was actually something that he just came up with instead of him stealing it, because Roy is ROY, but it could be ROI, return on investment, which would be the return on investment of scams.
Funny.
Yeah. I'm like, see, man, no,
it's dumb. Wow.
No,
wow.
You just stole some dude's name.
Ouch.
Roy, you're a disappointment.
Poor Tal.
Original
Roy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And original Roy's family.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Could you say he was the viceroy? Yes!
That was good. That was a good one.
This podcast is going to survive simply for that joke.
Helping. Yeah, we're going to put all our money into this account to help underdeveloped nations. And you're going to get a 15 to 20% return.
Oh my god. I can hear you chuckling to my side. I was trying so hard not to bawl laughing because that's so fucking dumb.
Okay, everyone in the theater was old, and I wanted to get up right then and be like, I will get you this return too. Give me all your money. Come on, people. Come on, people.
Come on.
You guys
Give
buying
me your
this shit?
Fucking savings.
You guys buying this shit? Because, like, you're all old. Every single person in there was old.
I know, except there were so many.
Yeah, the place was packed.
There was a surprising amount of old people for 10:30 in the fucking morning.
No, they get up early. They don't. They
but they don't leave until, like, 2.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. It takes them a while to get going.
Yeah, why would they leave? They still have to eat breakfast and shit.
They were all crinkling with their candy and shit.
God. And the lady next to us fucking smuggled in an entire thing of food. A fucking Tupperware container of food. I was just looking over, I could smell the fucking mashed potatoes and gravy. I was like, what the fuck? I want some. Come on, Grandma, help.
It's their giant purses.
Fucking feed me too. I just went to work and didn't eat.
Yeah, we're children still. Like, we're children to you, so...
Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah, come on. Oh, old lady, I'm hungry. Please have
Please, ma'am, may I have some more?
Like, get out of here! Yeah.
Beats me with a fucking newspaper and then gives me a caramel.
Yeah.
Or a butterscotch.
Yeah.
How can you have any meat without eating your pudding?
You can't eat your meat without having your pudding. I mean, wait.
You can't have any pudding without...
You can't eat your pudding without eating your meat.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd wannabe.
Yeah.
Damn kids.
It's minor strokes, it's fine.
This entire episode is minor strokes at the moment.
Yeah.
This movie... Now that I actually, I'm taking a moment to kind of process through this movie, realizing more and more how dumb and convenient half of it is.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, with how many people they show that were part of the main part of the movie. Because it was him, his partner, the kids had shown up earlier in the movie. I can't tell if they did this as, like, the cast got together for one final scene, or if they really meant, like, the gig had been going on for so long. Because there was like 3 or 4 different people on screen at the end that were all in the movie at different parts.
I think it was all part of her master plan.
And that pisses me off.
I mean...
How do you set up something that fucking big?
Well, when you're like 90 years old, you can do, like, you got a lot of time on your hands.
Okay. The time investment doesn't bother me. The fact that she knew who he was doesn't bother me. It's the setup. Well, the house makes sense.
She clearly wants to get after him for all this, and she has a pretty compelling story.
Yes, no, don't get me wrong. I believe her side of this to a T, except for... How many people did she have to get involved in this? Because she had to get the house. She had to get the house completely furnished using her son and his partner.
It's just a house. It could have been any house.
But then they needed one guy in the car. They needed one guy to basically tail them for the entire first half of their relationship. The entire time.
Yeah.
And fly out of country twice to be with them.
She's got money. I mean, I think she's got a lot more than the 2.7. I think she has that gigantic house back in Germany or wherever.
Oh, well, that could be family money.
Well, probably. I mean,
family property doesn't necessarily mean money.
Well, unless they had it all confiscated because she was the only
one
left.
They did mention the fact that they did confiscate the factory all of their money. They didn't confiscate the one house. I guess
so. She's been around. She worked.
She probably has a decent She probably has a decent estate. Not to mention the 30-something kids she has.
Yeah, she's got too many grandkids, I guess. And one of them's black? It's like, I don't know. She's like, that's my grandkid. It's like, he's black. I don't... What?
No, that's her son's...
Yeah, I got that afterwards.
Okay. Okay. I was like, no, wait.
By marriage, I assume.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I don't...
Oh my god.
This movie is so
weird.
woke.
It was woke. Very woke. Especially with her having the super short hair at the end.
Helen Mirren's had short hair for a while.
Yes, but the type of hairstyle she had is very indicative of a certain type of person. She looked like a Karen. Like I need to speak to your marriage.
Yeah.
She had the necklace. She had the blouse with the abstract silvery design. Come on, man.
Is an Audi... Audi's German, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silver Audi.
Audi, German.
Yeah, but
they're also in Europe, so...
Yeah, well, she is a silver Audi, too.
Yes, she did. Silver Audi. fucking Krauts. We just start bringing back the old racial terms for fucking German people again.
Yeah.
Krauts, Jerry's.
So, yeah, she paid cash for a house. Paid cash for the car. She's like, hey, hint, hint, I got money. Come scam me.
She made the entire thing too obvious. He fell for it too easily.
So how could we have made this movie better? Because if you've seen this movie, you're like...
You kind of get disappointed after the allure wears off.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. But how could we fix the obvious problems with this movie? Because I think it would have been much better as like is he going to scam? Is she really scamming? But like, whose perspective? Should we be watching it from Helen Mirren's perspective? And
we follow her character from Germany all the way to modern day. And then she meets this dude on a dating site. They don't give us anything about him yet, but as they meet, they start dropping information. Give us some dialogue that gives us some sort of conflict. Because every time we got dialogue with conflict, he immediately shut down, which is what you would do, but it's not interesting to watch.
Yeah.
It's very boring.
It's a revenge plot from the wrong perspective.
Yeah, we're watching a revenge plot from the person getting...
Revenged.
Getting revenged.
Getting gotten.
The revengee, not the revenger.
Yeah. And he's trying to act like he's trying to be the scam artist. And he's getting scammed. And it's like, well, you saw it coming from a mile away. Yeah. So it's like, this isn't all that great.
We need some sort of investment on these characters, because at the beginning there's no investment watching them set up a dating profile. Even once you start learning about them, because you know he's fake, and that she's suspiciously easy, you instantly just have no connection to them.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for us to root for these characters, and I only started rooting for her at the end when they actually reveal the information that changes the entire story.
Yeah.
So if that had been revealed at the beginning...
Would it have been better had this not been a revenge story, but instead she's just a scammer as well?
Almost. It wouldn't have had the same type of satisfaction in a way, because there is always something satisfying about watching a revenge plot go down from the outside. Because it's like, wow, she's waited 60 fucking years to take you down a peg, dude. How the fuck does that feel? But
well, he can't feel anything because he
had a stroke.
He had a stroke, and he's sitting there drooling on himself.
Then, when you're watching it, how we watched it, and you don't know that leading up, there's no reason to feel invested. So, if it was another scammer, it would have a different sort of satisfaction, but it could have been done, and arguably could have been done better, because you could have switched perspectives without having so much conflict for who you're supposed to be rooting for. Because if it's two scammers going after each other, it doesn't really matter to you who wins. But with these guys, once you know the backstory of these two characters, you pretty much have a side.
Yeah, how do you root against her?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I kind of like the spy v spy type.
Yeah, if it was more spy v spy, a la what we had watched.
Yeah.
We watched way earlier. It was one of the first movies we watched. Anna?
Yeah.
Where was the three parties of spies? Have we watched something closer to like two spies or two scam artists going at it? I would have enjoyed it so much more. We would have had some reason to root for them, because even if there's not a personal motivator, they're still they're showing determination. They're getting creative. They're starting to bring in other people. There's so much stuff you can do.
Yeah. And
it feels like they shoehorned in the cliches and then added story to it. And while the story was good, it was too little too late in a way. So it felt almost unsatisfying, shoehorned in.
We don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Close.
But had we watched that, like seen what had happened on her perspective first and moved up, I think that would have been much better.
Yeah, I agree with that. It just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm left unfulfilled by this movie.
Didn't quite get you there.
No, I got a swollen knee, but
wasn't quite the climax you were expecting.
Nope. It's just...
Okay. So there is a scene in this movie that really creeped me out, and it wasn't the flashbacks, because those creeped me out even worse. But the scene where he's standing outside of her bedroom and then starts walking in, I got so uncomfortable, and the woman next to me wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And it kept making it worse, because she's like, "Oh no, punch him, hit him, stop." God, fuck. No,
I heard some of that.
I was like, no, shut the fuck up. Let me listen to the movie.
He's like, do you ever get lonely? And
it's so fucking creepy.
It's so quiet in here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, you're trying to... Yeah.
No, Ian's
trying to...
motherfucker. Ian's trying to bone.
He's like, oh, it's not a swollen knee that's keeping me here. It's a swollen something.
Is that your walking stick in your pocket, or you just happened to see me?
I took the wrong pills this morning.
Wrong little blue pills. Wrong little blue pills.
Going all day long.
Maybe that's why he was skipping when he left the fucking titty bar.
Yeah, I was super happy. Man. Yeah.
What would you have done to make this movie better?
I would have tried to make it into a more spy v spy. Scam the scammer. I really don't care for the backstory that she's done this forever, and it's like, why? So they just kind of, I guess, stumbled on to Roy and saw him in the newspaper or something. And it was like, oh, okay. And then they did all this research on him and found him out, and then they brought him into this and took care of it. But maybe that should have been the story.
Yeah, that should have been the story, because that would have been interesting.
The investigation of who this guy is, and
the last 10 minutes could have been him getting the shit beat out of him, and honestly, that would have been such a good movie. I would have preferred that.
Yeah, but it turns out, no. I mean, it's like, it's his grandmother or something, and she really did have all that stuff happen to her. But he's now doing this investigation on finding out who this guy is, and he really...
Yeah, or watch it from his... Yeah, something. Just... The issue is they don't give us anybody to root for. Yeah,
watch it from Steven's perspective as he's like, oh shit, I'm going to go after this guy. He's a scammer. I'm going... And then maybe, get your grandma involved or something, because she clearly wants
Yeah, I think
revenge.
the key reason this movie was so unsatisfying is they don't give you a party to root for, and they don't give you enough information to begin formulating your own ideas. doesn't give you anything to work off of. You pretty much know what's happening.
They just drop it at the end. I mean, you're kind of rooting for Ian McKellen, Roy's, because that Bryn shows up and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you,
I'm gonna
Roy.
fucking ruin you, old man."
And he's just like, "Nope, trip."
Yeah, no, stab you with a fucking belt buckle pin and then push you over the tracks. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, this guy's super cagey and suave and all that. He moved the camera. And
I was wondering how that was going to work in the film when we saw that in the preview, because I thought that was so fucking dumb. And,
it was
whatever.
fine. And then he goes and gets another coat, and then she's like, "Oh, you changed your coat." And he's just like, "Yeah, I just felt like it." And she's like, "Okay, do. And it just goes along with
the occasion.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, you're not that good.
Especially
and she's not that stupid.
Yeah, especially when he said multiple times he's thrifty and he doesn't spend beyond his means. And
yeah, I mean,
like, come on, dude.
He's giving away the game way too much. This is such a honeypot. Why can't you see it?
Yeah, so it's just unsatisfying and partly frustrating.
Yeah, he's better than this, and she's
should
smart.
be
Should
at
be,
least
yeah.
Because one of the big plot points is he and a American soldier back in at the end of World War II, when Berlin was just reforming and it was still in zones, they were hunting Nazis, because that was what all the Allies were doing back then, was trying to get their Nazi camp bigger.
Yep.
And he is part of a mission that goes wrong, and his partner gets killed, and having lived a pretty shit life in Germany, he decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm taking this dude's identity. There's nothing to identify him anyways. We weren't allowed to come here with dog tags or anything. So he steals his partner's identity and breaks up with his wife, tells their kids he doesn't want to be near them anymore, and proceeds to live a life in England for the next 50-something years.
Yeah.
And we're just supposed to believe that for those 50-something years he's been scamming people.
Yeah.
And somehow doesn't notice this honeypot is going on right under his nose.
Yeah.
And that's just irritating and
It's too easy, man.
sour taste in the mouth.
Yeah. Sour honey.
It's like you tongue kiss us with a butterscotch or something. It's weird.
Don't do that.
Didn't even put your dentures in first, like a decent person? Father O'Malley?
It's just not good. Old people trying to get it on.
Yeah, that scene was so uncomfortable. And even the old people in the crowd were uncomfortable. And, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Old people fighting at the end of the movie.
Which was just funny.
Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen get into like
he
a fist
needed
fight
to
thing.
have some more something. I feel like he just didn't try. That said, I could definitely tell why they didn't, because had he tried, he might have hurt himself or her. So
yeah, like they're so old.
I get why they didn't, but it really just felt shoot in, kind of dumb, and
It was, and also like why she had to call someone to get them to come in. It's like, y'all didn't hear what was happening.
No way
why were you let your mom or your grandma or whatever sit
right
in
by
there
the door.
and you didn't see, you didn't have eyes on her or nothing.
Yeah, right by the door.
I would have busted in. I would not have left her in a position where she could have been hurt.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
And
Either that or you're in a fucking closet in the house. He's not going to check the entire house.
she should have, before, because she's sitting there in the dark. So
Yeah.
she would be like, "Oh, hey, no, don't check that closet. Come here.
Yeah, like there's ways to do this where you're in there and can intercept.
Yeah.
But you didn't, and that's dumb. Forethought, motherfucker. You had 40 years to plan this.
Yep. I mean, that's the details matter.
Yeah, especially when you're literally talking about a multi-decade plan.
Yeah, you'd think you'd be able to work it all out. But, yeah, I guess it's beyond us.
Damn, is that really all we have for this movie?
No, I mean, yeah, kinda. I don't know. I
this
want to
movie-
complain about people in the theater. How does it, old people
Are
suck?
the fucking worst in the theater.
Yeah.
No offense to other old people who are listening to this. We love you and respect you, but there was like 5 or 10 of them. It wasn't just one set of people.
So there's this really cool room in the movie with curved walls, and
I hope they listen to this.
the wall, it had a curved door in it, and they're like, and it's like it's a curved door. It's pretty cool looking,
And
yeah, the
sorry.
people behind us, they're like, Oh, it's a curved door. Did you see that?
At full volume. Like, not even trying to whisper.
Yeah, goddamn. Volume control, old people.
And it's like, yeah, it's not like we all just watched the same thing. Now, to be sort of fair, when I first saw it, I was like, are they filming this fish-eyed? And then I actually looked at the rest of the room and saw the fact that, no, it's not distorted, so that's just the wall.
It's a nifty
It's interesting. It's definitely an English
thing
because you would not see that in America.
Probably not. We're very square.
Yeah,
boring.
usually.
Yeah.
Efficient, as we say.
Oh, that too. Yeah. You don't have to get the perfectly angled circular door thing.
Yeah, I cannot imagine how much
rounded.
hell that had to be to get a curved door exactly into that frame.
Well, they would have measured it out and then made it. I mean, I assume they took like a big piece of wood and then they bend it.
Yeah, they'd have to make. Yeah, they could have rolled it. Rolled it a few times. Yeah,
yeah.
That just sounds like so much work.
It would. It's a very expensive door.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's just not fucking worth it.
No, probably not.
God damn you, England. It's extravagant doors.
It's a fucking awesome door, England. Love it.
But extravagant doors hurt my capitalist tendencies. Damn commies.
We want one size fits all. It's our socialism. None of this made to fit bullshit. Yeah.
Custom made full oak doors.
Yeah.
Heavier than a church.
Probably. Oh, his son does kitchen designs. That was hilarious.
I don't agree with his lifestyle. He does kitchen designs. Like, that's...
Was that sort of a...
Yeah.
An attack on the LGBT community?
I don't think it was meant to be an attack. I think it was meant to be as kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke. Like a nod to how those generations tend to act. Specifically because of who is in that movie. Yeah,
because later on we find out that Steven, the guy, is
not only
part of the
that,
LGBT
but
community.
Ian McKellen is one of the biggest allies of all fucking time.
Because he is.
Yeah, and it's like, there's no way they meant that anything other than a tongue-in-cheek sort of a nod. Yeah. And I respected them going for it.
But at the same time...
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, come on. The one thing, like... Alright, we've done this 3 or 4 times on this podcast where we've had racism in movies where it's out of place. The one place it would have been in place would have been in this movie, and I'm fucking glad they didn't use it. They didn't need it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both technically, I mean, in what way?
Like, there just wasn't any racism.
Oh, well, I mean...
There was no racist remark. Like, out of all the
movies there was the Russian. He went after the Russian.
Alright, the Russian remark, but that's
like,
true.
Fuck Russian. Russians are... I'm not a big fan of Russians either.
Alright, Ian McKellen.
I don't know a whole lot of them.
Ian McKellen, you got a best friend.
But just saying...
my co-host.
No, that was Bryn. That was Bryn that said
true.
That.
Bryn was such a douche.
I wouldn't have blown up the deal.
No, because that was dumb.
Yeah, I was like, Bryn, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, oh my god, you're getting your money stolen right now. Just stop.
Shut the fuck up. Be a mark.
Just sit there and be quiet.
Be quiet, look pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know, there could have been more racism in this movie, and I'm glad there wasn't, for the fact that, like, we had 2 kids-based movies with racism in it more prominent than this.
Yeah.
Where these characters would have been the demographic for it.
Uh-huh.
And the people watching these movies would have been the demographic for it.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. And that's in good taste. And I'm glad they didn't. Because these other fucking movies need to not do it. There's no reason. It doesn't add flavor. It's just lazy writing. I'm sorry. I get so annoyed.
No, I'm with you 100%.
That fucking, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie. Annoyed me so much with that. Because there's no fucking reason to do it.
Yeah, that's true. It was very out of place.
Alright. I'm done. That's my rant.
That was great. I liked it. I give that like
that rant at least a 6.
An 8. It gets an 8.
It gets an 8?
I'll go. I was gonna go 7.5, but I'd round up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad you like me more than you like the Terminator.
Yeah. I still that's something I want. There are people out there. Terminator wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. Not bad.
It was not bad, but it certainly wasn't as good as a lot of people say it is.
No, it wasn't good, but what's her name? The blonde chick in it. She's fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's bothering me is there's a lot of folks out there on YouTube and stuff like cheering its demise. They're like, "Oh, thank God, Terminator is dead."
The victory over Terminator.
Yeah, and it's like, who the fuck cares? Like, what are you? You're dancing on the grave of something you had really nothing to do with.
Yeah, there's nobody from my generation who has investment in those movies anymore.
Yeah, Terminator's a dead franchise already. Like, 3, 4, and 5 killed that franchise.
Yeah, and it had been dead for years by the time this came out.
Yeah, so this is just the end of it. It's the one that James Cameron, I guess, wanted to do or something. But I don't know, man.
It's done, it's over with. We can be done with it. But there's no reason to do a victory dance on its grave because you weren't even there for it.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And I'm just annoyed. And they're like, it bombed so hard.
To make Justin seem like less of an old man. My generation can't appreciate those movies because they weren't there when they were good.
Terminator 1 is still fantastic.
We can't truly appreciate... It looks a little
hokey in places.
Well, yeah, but...
1980s graphics.
We couldn't appreciate that for what it was because we had already seen better.
Yeah.
So, we have no fucking say in this. We should have stayed the fuck out of it.
Yep.
But I came in anyways because I'm a greedy bastard.
No, it's fine. I mean, we'll let some of you sneak in through the back door.
Yeah, and we have good input sometimes, and then there's those who eat Tide Pods. The duality of my generation, people.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. That is true. Fuck kids.
Don't do that. Hold on.
I mean,
wait a minute.
Redacted. Not like literally.
9999999. Also, there were a lot of Hitler jokes in this movie.
Yeah. Maybe we should have watched Jojo Rabbit too.
Yeah.
Because they're in the same time.
Yeah.
It seems like they just fit.
I really wanted to make a same universe joke, but decided that might have been a little lowball.
It would have been hilarious. It would have been perfect. So this kid, Hans here, is...
fucking Hans.
Yeah, getting rapey. Boyo.
Oh, rapey Hans made me uncomfortable. Okay, the child actor who plays him, I gotta say, he's got that 1,000-yard stare down.
Okay.
And that was fucking disturbing. The fact that a kid had the 1,000-yard stare down was disturbing.
Yeah.
That creeped me out more than anything he said or did. I'm gonna be honest. The stare... Well, okay, with the exception of what he did last.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Because that was pretty bad. I'm trying to mentally block that from my memory if I can.
Was the one girl, she was lifting up her skirt though while she was sitting there, right? Or did she... She
had done that when she had sat her legs that way. It had flown up, and then she pulled it down when he had noticed her.
Okay, because I wrote a note and I looked up and I saw that it was kind of high, and I'm like...
Yeah, she was pulling it down because
she wasn't pulling it up, she was
noticed.
pulling it down. She was trying to be modest.
And she noticed the rapey eyes because he didn't hide them.
No, he was...
Again, this is a child actor, and... Sorry.
Hey, we need rapey eyes.
We need a child with rapey eyes. Please step forth, rapey eye child number 1. How the fuck did that casting call go? Ma'am, your son just got the role for raping a girl in Germany during World War II.
I like this headshot.
He's got the right type of stare. I like it. I like the look in this one's eyes.
Yep.
That's the type of look I want in his eyes when he's doing it.
Yep. Oh, God.
So bad.
It was.
It was uncomfortable and everything. Like, half of this movie was just weird, and then the other half was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then old people fighting at the end. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It wasn't much of a fight.
No, it really wasn't. It was more like Mirren beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah. He's not even really gimpy. He's just
that's part of the part that pissed me off is because he doesn't at all play gimpy in the movie, except for around her. Like the one chance he has to go full murder, he fucking doesn't, and he just takes it.
Yeah, he tries to be all menacing. He goes and locks the door, and it's like, dude, just attack her,
just fucking
get her
break her neck. Come on, man.
You finish that other dude in, 2 moves.
Yeah, her bones cannot be any less brittle than yours. Snap her fucking neck.
Yeah, but no, he's...
Or
week.
grab something. Grab the fucking chair from the other room that she was sitting on, or the lamp she was using.
Mm-hmm.
Something, bro. It's not hard to bludgeon an old woman. Personal experience.
Or perhaps have a weapon with you.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You'd think a scam artist would at least have a knife. Or, actually, it's the UK.
They don't have knives there?
Knife laws in the UK. You can't carry a knife without a permit.
Oh.
And permits are pretty hard to get.
So, do they not cut steak?
Nah, well, that's kind of where it gets hazy. You're not allowed to have a foldable pocket knife or concealable straight-edged knife of any type. Which, yes, is gray as hell. Which leads to the issue with these laws, Justin. But they are real.
Fine, stab her with a fork.
Yeah, exactly. You stab her with a fucking butter knife. Something.
Yeah.
A
butter knife is gonna use some effort on that one.
It's still a stabbing
implement. Yeah, a pen. Get a fountain pen.
Something.
That's very English.
Yes, but also not in the house.
Oh, well, he would have one because he's like...
He's German, not English.
He's faking it.
9. Like how the one fucking time
We're not
he
giving this
speaks
movie a
German,
9. No.
he goes 9, and then gets the shit stomped out of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he notices that he understands the German and stuff, and it's like, he wasn't a bad German, other than the rapiness, but like he was a good. I mean, he didn't seem like a Nazi youth.
No, he wasn't a Nazi youth. He wasn't a Nazi sympathizer. He didn't want to be part of the party.
He just raped the chick that one time.
Yeah, and
now that gets you like probation. Or
not
some shit.
Just, but he did
Because
that during the starting of World War II.
Yeah, before World War II broke out. Or no, it was during World War II. It was just...
Was it during? Okay.
I mean, Germany was nice for the first part of it. When the war wasn't on their doorstep.
I couldn't remember where they had timed it. I didn't notice any dates.
No, but it was during the factory and stuff, so I'm sure that...
Yeah. He says the factory's booming out, the war has just begun. Yeah.
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 I'm sure that they were invading Poland at the moment.
Yeah, probably. Damn Poland.
Yeah.
Gotta be so easy.
No, well, it's the Russians on the other side kicking the shit out of them.
The Russians did nothing wrong. The Russians did nothing wrong, Dimitri.
All right, Yuri.
Remember, my friend, no Russian.
Yeah.
That's a reference like 3 people are gonna fucking get.
I didn't.
Never. I'll explain afterwards, honey. When you're older.
When I'm older, okay.
When you're a little older, honey.
Uncle Vlad's gonna be so upset with me.
Yeah, my poor Matryoshka dolls are gonna stay on the shelf for another day. Next to the vodka and the Yiddish hat or whatever it is.
Hopefully Anna comes to save me.
Yeah, with her non-shot face.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man. All right. So, are we done with this movie, Justin?
I think so. You haven't seen Mandalorian yet?
I have not watched Mandalorian yet, but I have seen Baby Yoda.
Oh.
Because that got shared everywhere.
Oh. Well, that's a spoiler.
Yeah. A buddy of mine sent it to me out of context without realizing I hadn't watched it yet.
That puts it that puts it a long time ago, which the Mandalorians were supposed to be a long time ago.
The Mandalorians have existed for a very long time ago.
Yeah, and it was the Mandalorian Wars that started things, and so...
I don't know how hard I want to flex my legacy knowledge, because I read most of the books.
I've been... Okay, so I want them to go back and do things like that, and I love the Mandalorians from what I understand about them, what I know about them.
So good. They need to be used.
I was like fan theorizing Star Wars, and yeah, I was using the Mandalorians as a catalyst group.
Mandalorians are fucking badass and the best catalyst group in all of Star Wars.
Yeah, they're fantastic because they're kind of well, aren't they like tribal, or are they tribal?
They're
yeah. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Okay. How deep into this do you want to get?
I mean, I want to know stuff.
All right,
I like
the Mandalorians
to know things.
Operate off of basically the old royal system from Europe, where it's family based, it's bloodline based. So clans is a way to put it.
Chieftains and stuff.
Yeah, it's different names, same shit.
Do they have force powers or any?
No, Mandalorians do not innately have force powers, though there are Mandalorians who become Jedi.
I always thought it'd be kind of cool. So I was theorizing, like, wouldn't it be cool if... So one of the things that force powers give you is sort of you can feel things throughout the universe and whatnot. And it would be cool if... And it gives you really fast reflexes. Well, what if the force actually told you, like, what's going to happen in the future? But as you get further and further out from the future, things become less and less clear. So that's actually something
That's a power.
Yeah. And it makes sense. 5 seconds out is less clear than 1 second out. And so the more powerful you are, though, the more clear it gets. And that'd be cool if they used that as part of their stuff. They don't have, like, actual force powers stuff. But
there's also kind of a third...
I wanted to write my own book, damn it.
There's a thing. You weren't very far off of what you said.
Yeah, I should have actually just read the books, because I was thinking after I was doing that, like, they probably already exist that way.
Because there is a group called Force Adepts. They're not Jedi. They just have an innate tuning to the Force, and some of them show premonitions, and some of them show enhanced reflexes, and some of them have been Mandalorian. Yeah. And some of them have been some of the greatest chieftains to exist, so...
It would have been really cool.
They've done it multiple times in the books. They need to do it in the movies or show it somewhere to a wider audience, because the books really didn't get as much attention as they deserved. Yeah,
it seems as if we've focused on the Skywalker saga for so long, and there's so many books, and they've needed to expand this universe for so long, because Skywalkers are done.
They also didn't even focus on the part of the Skywalkers I enjoy the most, or even the most interesting Skywalkers.
Yeah, I guess there's previous ones or something.
No, there's ones later. After Luke.
Luke has kids.
Luke and Leia both have kids.
They turn
both
to
of their kids.
Luke turns to the dark side in one of them, and then he comes back to the light. And that would have been much better for the movies had they gone and done some of that stuff.
Or just instead of...
Or just not have Rian Johnson be the director.
Or
that would have saved a lot of
honestly,
problems.
I'm done with Skywalkers in general now, though. They got their 30 years of fucking glory. They can be done.
We got one more movie. We'll see it.
One more year. Yeah.
And then we can be
rid of the Skywalkers for a while, because
oh my god,
I've been asking for this for years. I still want a Revan movie.
Yeah, I played Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Those games are really cool.
I want a fucking Revan movie. I want to see him played, and I want to see him played by Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Do you think they should diverge from the games?
Yes. Well, they're gonna have to, because the games don't follow the books at all.
Oh, and that's in the books too.
Yeah.
Which one came out first, the books or the movie, or the game?
Books? The books have been around since the mid-70s.
Okay.
Games weren't made till early
90s, 2000s.
Early 2000s, late 90s. First two. And then the newest one released in like 2010 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, he's existed for a while, but I really want them to bring Grey Jedi into the fold.
Yeah, who was it? Freddie Prinze Jr. went off about that, and it sort of made sense, because he's talking about balance and that you can't really have Grey because the universe creates good and bad, and it's the midichlorians. Or did he mention midichlorians?
I don't remember. I didn't read the entire rant or even the original rant. I kind of heard a synopsis from a buddy of mine.
I sort of listened to him, and I don't know. It's fine. I kind of prefer Grey because the world is gray.
Yeah, and the thing with Grey Jedi is they don't... The big popularized thing is their motto. Like, their code gets popularized, and it brings up balance a few times in the code.
Yeah.
That's not really what Grey Jedi do. Balance is a part of who they are, but that's not their only purpose. They know that they have to play both sides to keep a balance. So you have entire factions of Grey Jedi who focus on the Sith side of things, and an entire cast of them who focus on the Jedi, and another set that teach the middle. Mm-hmm. And they have to do that to keep the traditions alive, because if both Sith die, the Sith traditions are lost and hidden.
I gotta say, as just a fan that doesn't know shit about Star Wars, never read the books or nothing, I just see the movies. I honestly hate that there's only two Sith, and it makes no sense to me. And then you get the games which have like the whole Sith culture and stuff, and it's like, well, then how do you only have
the
two?
games take place way before everything we see in the movies.
Yeah,
way before, like before Rogue One.
Yeah,
all of the games and the books take place before that, and like the game specifically, that's what should have happened in the movies, because the Sith only went down to having two because the Jedi hunted them to extinction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when they came back into power, they absolutely should have started a Sith Academy again, and they do in the games.
Yeah.
And they didn't in the main canon for some reason, and that's been okay for decades.
Yeah, and I hate it.
There
can only be two, one master, one apprentice. Like, no, this doesn't make sense!
We need academies again. The fact is, Jedi shouldn't be anywhere near as hidden as they are either, because the Jedi are still widely seen as the winning side and the good side of all of the wars.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with the movies that they're just like, why did everyone forget about the Jedi in like 2 days?
Especially because Luke became like an integral last teacher. That would have never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Luke wouldn't have. And in fact, he doesn't in the books because he teaches people.
Yeah.
Like, he literally goes out and seeks out a Padawan specifically to make him a Jedi Master, so he doesn't have to be the only one who knows.
Yeah, that's a lot better. And, well, they sort of kind of did that with Kylo Ren and Ben Solo, and then...
Then he fucked that up by trying to do a late-term abortion.
Yeah. Yes. And that was unacceptable. And then Ren turned to the dark side, because, sure, wouldn't you? But... Yeah. Is he really dark? Is he not? We don't know. I guess we'll find out in this
It would be a really ballsy move of them to go, oh yeah, both Rey and Kylo are Grey Jedi. And if they did that, it would make sense for the characters. Better. And I'd like it better for those characters. But if they then retroactively, because I had been talking with a buddy of mine about this for months, if they retroactively say that fucking Luke is a Grey Jedi, I will go stab somebody at Disney. Because he shouldn't be. He became one in the books at one point, but he shouldn't be, because
he's always been on one side of it.
He's always played the good part.
And at least in the books, he goes to the dark side, and then he comes
back because he doesn't want. It's not in his character to stay there.
Yeah, so it makes sense that he would end up Grey rather than all on one side. But in the movies, we have him depicted as a hero all the way through. And that's how he should be, so, yeah.
It's just, it's so weird. And when Disney got the property, and they decided they were going to keep everything alive, but put one in Legacy and one in Canon, that outroar that happened was mainly from people who, like me, know about the good parts of the canon, and the happy people about it had read all of the shitty parts that came out in, like, the 80s and... Yeah. The mid-90s, which were really trashy shoe-in cash grabs.
Yeah.
Go back, read the books from, like, the 70s up to when the original movies were released. Those are some of the best fucking Star Wars novella out there, and you will have probably 3 months worth of reading material at least. Like, they are worth a read, but it is hard to find.
Yeah.
Because there's no ebooks. You gotta go hunting.
Oh, that's right. They stopped producing them at all.
Well, Disney may have produced some of them, but when it comes to books, book rights kind of go fucking everywhere. So it all depends on who got the rights at the end of the day for the books.
So you can't get it on your Amazon...
Probably
Fire,
not.
Whatever, Amazon tablet.
Yeah, the Amazon Fire HD 5, whatever it is now.
Yeah,
it's on something. One of those. They released like 4 models now.
Sure.
So dumb.
You only need one. I don't get it.
I don't know why they started releasing one past the original, because the original was pretty good. I like the original.
Yeah, my stepdad has it. He gets all his books on Amazon.
My grandmother, who's listening to this right now. Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
She is also probably using her Kindle to read something while she's listening to us talk.
Oh, and she can do that?
Yeah, my grandmother
has
read through more books than I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my stepfather, too. He's a reader. And
she has nothing to do but read. So she reads and listens to audiobooks all the fucking time.
Yeah, he loves to read a book. And so we got a library downstairs of stuff that he's kept. And then he goes to the store. It's like, it's like going to the candy store.
I can imagine. Dude, if only I was rich. If only I had money. The library. The study would be filled.
Yeah, I wish I had time and
time and expendable resources and space.
I need a clone person that brains are attached, so they can go do things like they can go read, and then get another clone person to go do other stuff, and then and just be a hive mind of everyone doing stuff.
At some point, that hive mind collapses.
Oh no, it's gonna be great.
Oh no, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. Yeah. My brain can handle it. And they're gonna be like, dude who drifts with a fucking kaiju for the first time gives yourself brain cancer.
No, it's fine, man. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit of blood coming out my nose. It's good.
Start seizing on the table. It's fine. Bite your own tongue off.
Yeah. No, Charlie Day. He's good.
Great movie.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, great movies.
No.
They were funny. They were funny as hell. Okay.
The first one
they weren't funny in the sense of they were comedies. They were funny to laugh at.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them more than they were good.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to just... You kind of have to know what they're going for.
You have to go lizard brain. Like if you have to go in like you're watching a Michael Bay movie.
So you have to go in like you are drifting with a kaiju.
Yes, and bleeding out of one nostril and seizing on the table.
And then it all makes sense.
And it's so much more fun.
Yep.
That's what consumers feel like.
The second one sucked.
Yes, a lot. And then there was talks of a third that got shut down very quickly.
Yeah, because the second one sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens to a lot of these movies. They come out with the first, and it's a big blockbuster, and then
it's
they
got
come
a
out
good
with the
concept.
second. And the second one doesn't make as much money, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make a whole trilogy. It's gonna be like we're gonna branch it off and have spin-offs and all sorts of shit. It's gonna be $1 billion idea."
No.
And it turns out to be like garbage
Trash.
because the first one caught a lot of fans or caught a lot of people's attentions, but the second one just couldn't do it.
And it didn't hold anybody, and in fact turned a lot of people away from it. Yeah,
just like the Joker's going to do.
If they make a sequel.
Yeah, they're talking about it.
They're not going to make it. Well, let me rephrase that. The director and Joaquin Phoenix both agreed they weren't going to come back unless it was a script they agreed to.
There's been talk about making a second one, and I am shocked. And I
it's
am
not
afraid that it's going to
give
give
2 years if it comes at all.
I'm afraid that it would give different context to what we already saw in the first one. And the first one, I love the discussion that's happening, and I think we were right on about a lot of stuff because people
just leave it. Though.
Yeah, just leave well enough alone, guys. But so I think we ended up with that. He did not kill his girlfriend. Arthur did not kill the girlfriend when he went into her apartment there. And then, but people were saying, no, he killed her. Totally killed her. And turns out, no, the writer actually came out and confirmed he did not kill her because he was only going around killing people who had wronged him.
Yeah, for what purpose would he have killed her?
It's possible that he killed his mother, though I still don't like the idea of it, but whatever.
Nah, that's fine. You can dislike Matricide. I enjoy it personally.
Yeah.
I already have one under my belt, man. I have experience.
Okay. I know what you mean.
Oh, the look on his face. Oh. Mom, if you could see me now.
Well, she could if you had it fucked up.
Using your death to make a man uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Love you, Mom. I love my mom. She's got nothing to worry about.
Yet.
No.
Insurance money.
No.
That one coffee table I really like.
No. It's all coming my way anyway. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
But I can see why they would say that, yeah, he killed his mom there, but I just feel like how the movie played out, he didn't kill his mom.
Oh yeah, it's fake. It has to be a mental thing because logically there's no way it worked.
But he could have. He probably really wanted to. But
I strongly believe our conclusion that it was a mental kind of "you are dead to me" symbolism thing. Was
rather than an actual.
Because it was too coincidental. The girlfriend leaving, all of that's it's too symbolic. No.
Yeah, and and it turns out the girlfriend wasn't there anyway, and then he shows up at her place, but she's still alive. She's fine.
She's alive.
Zazie
The kid's
Beetz.
alive too. Just a little creeped out.
Yeah. Picked a good girl to fantasize about, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
She's cute.
All
What
right.
else? Yeah,
You want to end this for now, Justin?
I think so.
All right.
We're beyond this.
We are beyond this. This movie, we are beyond you. I'm knocking it down to a 3. Fuck this movie.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take a 3 too. It's
All right.
It's
shallow. That's the issue. It's shallow.
I mean, you're like Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. They're good, but
They're not good enough. They're good enough to carry this movie from a 0 to a 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's, as Gandalf himself, yes.
Star power. I don't know Helen Mirren's character from Red, but Red was a good movie.
Red was good. Red 2 was alright, actually.
Yeah, I saw
It was
both of
nowhere
those.
near as bad as everybody thought it was going to be.
That's true. It was, but the first one was fantastic.
Definitely better.
All right. What else? Let's see. What are we seeing? 21 Bridges comes out finally next week. It's actually looking better.
Yes, the new cut looks a lot better.
I kind of still, Dr. Sleep came out a couple weeks ago, and it's actually got good reports, you said?
Yeah, but 2 of my coworkers who both were really skeptical going in for the same reason I am, because the trailers look like trash. They both said, yeah, we hated the trailers, we went and saw it, it was actually okay. And it was.
I think it looks okay.
He said it was even pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give it a try, but I don't hold out hope.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get around to doing that one. Ford vs. Ferrari came out today as well.
I can't wait to see how hard that bombs.
Yeah.
Because who's going to watch a movie of not only a real event, but a real event that's happened since this event?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of. It's like America wanking off to itself.
It's like Midway. There's no fucking point.
Yeah.
It's cash grab.
Yeah, we know. I just watched a documentary, World War II in color, that it goes through and has a whole hour on Battle of Midway and what happened.
Oh, nice.
And
you want to go watch that? Just call it out on its bullshit now, don't you?
No, I did watch it. I keep falling asleep during that all the time. So yeah, Charlie's Angels came out today. Not seeing that.
Nope.
So
actually, that said, I might be seeing it.
Uh-oh.
Fiance.
Well, if you go,
I'll let you know how it is.
I might want to. I don't think I really want to go, but I kind of want to go.
Don't come.
Just so I can
sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. I'll tell you how it is.
Okay.
I'll tell you how my dreams are during the movie.
Yeah.
I dreamt very well.
Well, we'll do a half podcast, or you'll bring it up in the next one.
Yeah, I'll show up just to tell you enough about it for you to hate it.
Yeah. Knives Out comes out on the 29th, so like 2 weeks from now. I do want to see it.
I want to see it too. It looks fucking amazing.
It does, which then makes me feel weird about Rian Johnson being the director of it, and because it's like maybe he should just stick to this shit that's on its own and not do other things.
He's got an opportunity to redeem himself. This is it.
He seems to be working it out. So because they keep advertising the shit out, like directed by Rian Johnson all across the top, and it's like, is that?
They have to, considering his name's slandered after the last thing he did.
Yeah. Well, he's got a stupid soccer ball looking head. I mean, come on.
That's fucking mean, man.
His head is so round.
It's not like he's coming up here talking about our hairlines or something, bro. Come on.
His hairline's not better.
Okay, yeah, now there's his facial hair, but still.
Yeah. Okay, he grew a better beard than I can. That's true.
No, not really a challenge. So
yeah, no.
Not that I'm having any better luck, to be honest.
Yours is much better than mine. Yeah, Jumanji comes out in a couple weeks, and Star Wars, and Cats,
which I am not seeing.
No, neither am I. I
put
it on there because I thought it
refuse.
was hilarious. It's coming out against Star Wars. Like,
what the fuck are they expecting to happen?
All the people that are like, no, Star Wars, I don't like it. But it's like,
what
so you
the
go see
fuck
Cats.
do you expect? It's gonna be trash. It's Cats. We all know the story.
All the furries. So, like, I hope that the people that show up are going to be dressed as cats and dressed as Jedi.
No,
and they're going to fight.
You have no idea. Even the furries hate this, man. Like, even the furries hate this movie already.
Wow. And I thought it was, like, totally for them.
No.
But, I mean,
The issue is,
what do they like Sonic better?
It's so actually most of them do like Sonic better now. But it is so far into the uncanny valley with how dumb it fucking looks that it just turns everybody off from it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But also the new Sonic redesign looks great. I'm actually going to go see it now.
I was going to go see it anyway.
I wasn't.
Oh, well.
I wasn't willing to subject myself to that. I wasn't going to give them my money after showing me a piece of shit that the internet hated. Well,
I don't care what the internet has to say because I'm not a sheep. But
well, I also hated it, so...
Well, whatever sheep...
When I said the internet, I meant how big the backlash was shocked everybody.
And so then they actually
changed
it. They delayed it. It was supposed to come out a couple months ago, right?
Yeah. Actually, I think it's supposed to come out mid this year.
Yeah, and they delayed it, and now it's coming out. But, I mean, Jim Carrey's in it and some others. So, yeah, I'm going to go see that one. We're going to go see that, and we will give you a review on it when the time is right. But anyway, we are done.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Check us out on Facebook at the GreyVillain Podcast, Twitter at GreyVillain Pod, YouTube, the GreyVillain. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Everything you do helps spread the word, so more interaction means more eyes and ears. Y'all stay cool.
Peace.